accepting the Rising Star Award, John Hawkes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Hawkes.
From the law, lost his family and his home, left his children and his wife, 'cause he's chasing the world's bones.
I have a lot of immediate family out there, obviously. Thanks for that. I would thank Robert for the kind words. I'm really proud to have been in those films. I had a ball making them, and a piece of those movies will always be with me. Thanks so much to the Texas Film Hall of Fame and the Austin Film Society. We've been hearing tonight about the great work they do, and I'm happy for that. You know, Texas and particularly Austin have been hugely formative for me. I think that who I am is because I lived here. I moved here in 1978 late and spent 10 years here, a little over that. And it may be nearly impossible to believe, but when I moved here, Austin was extremely cheap. You could hardly, you wouldn't have to work much, and you could get by. And so I did what a lot of 19-year-olds did when they moved to Austin. I officially announced my retirement. But I didn't sit around. I was active in trying to learn about the things that I was really interested in, which were theater and telling stories, and music and art. And this was an amazing place to learn those things. Austin was sort of discovered in 1978, but it still, to me, felt wild and free. And it felt like a place where you could make your own way without a lot of interruption. And that you could, that nearly anything was possible. The people here were so amazing. There was that feeling. I want to thank a lot of people who I share this with. I start with my family. I come from a really amazing bunch. I'd have to thank my brother Scott for convincing me to move here and for giving me a job. It kept me going. I appreciate that. So many people. I played in a band here called Meat Joy, and I think. I don't think that many people ever saw us play, but thank you very much. We did make a record, so perhaps you heard it. Gretchen Phillips, I wish was here tonight. She was a great influence, and also in that band. Big State Productions was a theater company I worked in. Very talented people, and I'd name a few of those folks, just a few. Jim Fritzler, and Marco Perella, and Doris Hargrave, and Sidney Brammer, Jo Carol Pierce. I'm sure you know her. She's terrific. Amparo Garcia, Ricky Perkins. The list goes on. I thank Joe Sears and Jaston Williams. They, Greater Tuna guys, gave me my first professional job. Kind of being the B team to them and following them around the country and playing in cities that they either couldn't or didn't want to play in. That was not only a lot of fun, but I learned so much from that. I thank Hal Satterwhite for the back road trips and the late night Flophouse talks and all the laughter. I appreciate that. I'm going to forget a lot of people here, but I'll continue. Austin Chronicle told me where to go and what to find. That was great. I appreciate that. There's so many amazing bands and writers and artists here that were just so inspiring to me. I want to thank them for that. I would thank Lee Daniel and Richard Linklater and the others who formed the Austin Film Society. I believe it was above Captain Quackenbush's on the drag, if I'm not mistaken. Their great work continues, as we've heard tonight, and I also thank them for making the movie Slacker, which is a wonderful time capsule, invaluable of that really vital time. And whenever I'm longing for the old days of Austin, I put that in. I know all those places and most of those people, and that influence, I think, continues on for artists here today. And I would thank Tim Mateer, my old running buddy. We hitchhiked thousands of miles together. And one day I said, I'm moving to Austin. And he said, can I come with? And I'm so glad he did. He's here raising his family. And he's still creating. Very inspirational to me. Finally, there's a few people who passed. I can't, I don't want to make a long list, but Randy Biscuit Turner and Rob Jacks and Dee Montgomery, we miss you and we hold you in our hearts. About, 5-6 years ago, I used to play in a band in Austin, or in Los Angeles, forgive me, and we were lucky enough to play in Austin several times. We played the South by Southwest, and came through on some tours. But the very first time we came through, as we rolled into town, I made a silent prediction that came true within the first hour. Each member of the band had taken me aside privately and said, dude, I'm fucking moving here. Now, don't worry, none of them did. They got back to California and busied themselves. There's a lot going on there, too. But we spent a couple days here, and as we were leaving, my bandmate Rodney, we're driving north on I-35 to the next gig. And my bandmate Rodney said, John, we've always talked about in the band about what a unique guy you are. You know books and art and movies and food, and you're kind to people and you're curious to the world. And he said, the funny thing is, though, now that I've been in Austin, you don't seem so special because we met a lot like you here. And I'm thinking that it's not you that's so great, it's just that you lived in Austin. It's Austin, and I thought, yeah, it's Austin. So thank you very much.